Alright guys, let's do a quick little video here on characterization. When you finish watching the video, you'll just submit a summary about what is characterization, what are you looking at when you're trying to characterize someone from one of your texts. So we're going to be working with Clarice tomorrow, so we're going to keep her in mind as we go through these notes. Characterization is a process where the writer is revealing personality of your character. And so it's revealed through direct and indirect characterization. So direct characterization tells us what the personality of the character is. The patient boy and the quiet girl were both well-mannered. So it tells you specifically about them, but indirect characterization, which is what we will look at in class tomorrow, is things that reveal the personality's character and the character. So speech, what does a character say? How does she say it? Thoughts, what's revealed about the character's private thoughts and feelings. How does this character affect other people? What is revealed through how she is affecting others and how other characters feel or behave. In the actions, what does the character do and how does the character behave? And then what does the character look like and how does the character dress? Those are things that we will look at as we're considering our Clarice project tomorrow. So we have different types of characters. We have the main character and the minor character. So your main character is like, yeah, obviously the star of the show. So that would be Shrek. But your minor characters support the main characters. They help the plot move forward. They help things go on. So that would be like Donkey supporting Shrek. We have dynamic characters, which are like Simba, because Simba changes. Not only does Simba grow physically, but also morally and emotionally as we move through the movie of The Lion King. Simba is a dynamic character. We have static characters, which are kind of like Odie. Static characters stay the same. So a character can either be static or dynamic, but they cannot be both. We have round characters, which would be Simba. Simba could be round, but so could Bart Simpson, because they have different personality traits. We see them happy, sad, mad, worried. And so we get different colors of personality from those two characters. But then flat would be more like Maggie, because Maggie is the same personality pretty much all the time. Her eyes look like that all the time. And so is Odie. He's always happy. And Maggie is always simple. So you can be round or flat, but you cannot be both. You can be dynamic and flat, or dynamic and round, or you can be static and flat and static and round. But you cannot be dynamic static. You cannot be round flat. So hopefully that makes sense. Kind of in your mind, draw a line between the first two bullets and the second two bullets. And know you can cross over that line there. We have the protagonist, which is your superhero. It's the person that's doing everything that you want them to do, and they're kind of the main character. We have our antagonist, which causes the conflict. And we have our stock characters. Our stock characters are those generic characters. Those characters that have become those conventional stereotypical characters, such as in Saved by the Bell. You have Screech the Geek. You have the jock. You have the preppy boy. You have the cheerleader. So those are kind of your traditional stereotypical characters. Those are stock characters. Now, the anti-hero is a major character. He's usually the protagonist, but he acts as a kind of conventional mind. He struggles for his own values. He's not always clear in what he's supposed to be doing. So if you watch Dexter, Dexter is a serial killer. He is the main character, but something about Dexter makes you feel sorry for him, makes you want to root for him. It's because he's striving to figure out his own morals. Same with Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice is still technically our anti-hero because he's trying to figure out what's going on and how he's developing his character as we go through the Beetlejuice movie. And then you have the foils. A foil is any character whose personal qualities contrast with another. So Mildred and Clarice would be foils. Our anti-hero would be Montag. But here I'm looking at our characters from New Moon. Those are our foils. They're opposite of each other. So please summarize these types of characters. See if you can apply it to Fahrenheit in your summary.